Hi, this is Tiffany Slade. I'm doing a reflection on our Stigma Free Week at Westminster for Christopher David's Methods of Counseling class. So, we had a week of attending different events on campus to reduce stigma on mental health services, seeking mental health services, and listening to personal experiences from those who have mental health issues and how they feel when they interact with people that already have a preconceived notion that if you have mental health issues that you're crazy or like something's wrong with you, like why can't you just deal with life like everyone else? And most people having those types of mental health issues kind of internalize those feelings and thoughts of other people, thinking, well, why can't I just get through the day like my neighbor over here or my best friend or whatever? And maybe that's why they are hesitant to seek help, because they don't want to maybe admit to themselves that they need help and there is something wrong or they have a condition that they've tried to take care of on their own, and for whatever reason it's not going away. Um, there was a panel that I attended about different individuals, different walks of life, and the services that they have encountered regarding mental health. There's actually a lady that works in, I believe it's a START center, that, is dyslexic, suffers from depression, has these other conditions, and she doesn't want to be defined by those conditions. It's something she has, something she's learned to work with and adapt with, but she doesn't want to be defined by those conditions. And I often never thought of someone thinking that if they admit that they have some sort of mental health condition, that that's all anyone's ever going to see. They're not going to see Tiffany or Sally or Joe or whoever it is. They're only going to see, oh, you have depression, or oh, you have anxiety. Like, that's all they're going to see. They're never going to want to take that step forward and try to understand what those people are going through on a day-to-day basis. A fellow student, Annie Brown, told her story of, she was, going through life, knew there something wasn't quite right, but couldn't figure out what it was. Um, she, had been in and out of like inpatient services and like being with people kind of like in a group that are also, suffering or having conditions, dealing with mental health, that you kind of form like an alliance of, well, maybe there's nothing wrong with me. I just have something that I need to learn how to cope with and to deal with, but I don't want that to be something that only everyone sees. Like, I'm a functioning person, I'm in college, I have friends, every now and then, hey, I have anxiety. Or I have, really crappy days like everyone else, but sometimes I can't bounce back like everyone else does. But there's nothing wrong with me. And that's something that kind of like took me aback, thinking, well, yeah, like how do I, verbalize things to people or say things just not thinking, and how someone in the room could be suffering from some sort of mental health condition and thinking, well, that person's going to judge me because I'm not like them. It's like really understanding and being cognizant of the language that you use. I don't think a lot of people are cognizant of that. But I think attending these seminars or things on campus that they hold is kind of giving you an idea of, well, maybe you should really watch like how you say things and be cognizant of what you say and how you say it and maybe who you say it to. Because the person that you're looking at or talking to, looking at someone, you can't say, oh yeah, you have a mental health issue, you know, without actually talking to them and maybe being sensitive to whatever's happening can give you like a better understanding on how we should start being more positive when it comes to people seeking mental health services than saying that they're crazy or they need to get over it if they're trying to cope with something and it's just not getting better with all the tools that they have. Which also leads into how it's going to inform my counseling skills or inform a counselor's skills. Having that knowledge of how society views mental health and they think people are crazy or, putting on a role or trying to get attention, like really like deeply thinking about that maybe that's why the client sitting across from you, if they've actually made it to that point of talking to someone, could be hesitant on opening up because they have no idea how you're going to react. They could be thinking that you're going to be judging them or thinking that there's something wrong with them or that they're crazy, and really just providing an environment and a safe space for them to open up and discuss the hurdles that they're trying to achieve and getting skills that help them cope if they're having an anxiety attack or having just a really crappy week and things aren't just, working themselves out, giving them tools that can help them, kind of take a step back, take a deep breath, like journal or whatever um, ideas you have or come up with the client on how to manage those types of issues or conditions that arise to help them be a more functioning person within society that isn't labeled by their condition, but as a person. I thank you for watching. Have a good day.